Roger, this is your Sky Captain speaking. We're going for a nice scenic tour of the city of Los Angeles and the surrounding cool area. And with this tour, I do actually have experience, as I used to go there yearly for E3. That streak was obviously broken this year due to the pandemic. And with that, we're able to visit the city the only way that I can this year. And yeah, it's kind of exciting to be here and hopefully go over a number of the cool spots and landmarks. If you do notice that I'm missing anything cool, be sure to note that. If you'd like to see me visit anywhere else in the world, leave a comment. If I fly over your house, say something like that, because it's kind of cool to read those comments where people are like, wow, you're actually flying over where I live, because this game has the entirety of the world available. I do hope you enjoy the visuals. We are on ultra settings with an RTX 2080 Ti and an i9 9900K. Just keep in mind that this is quite demanding to record and also show off the gameplay at this level, so if there are performance dips, I do apologize for that, but I think this is the kind of game where you can sort of get away with those kind of things. But yeah, let's enjoy a nice, scenic, and easy-going tour. We're going to first head over to the Los Angeles downtown area, which means we gotta go through the Inglewood section, and over there is the Santa Clarita area, which you might have heard of from the Santa Clarita Diet. And down that way we've got the Supreme Beaches, and a number of other areas such as like San Diego and that. So that's down to the right over there. And this is one big mega city. Hopefully we'll be able to fly over to the beaches to a degree. And I hope you enjoy this tour. It will be a nice and relaxing one. I do hopefully promise that. And let's begin. So this is like the main road I believe I take every single time that I'm picked up. My buddy grabs me from the airport, which is really nice. I think he's done that almost every time. I do thank him for that and for assisting me when I get into the city. So I do believe that is the main road we go down, and it's got a bit of a speed thing on it. You can actually pay to go faster down it, which is kind of unheard of for the particular area that I live in, just because that would get shot down so fast. But it makes sense for what's going on in Los Angeles, and I think that's another smaller runway airport area, or like just an airstrip, but yeah, you get the gist of what I'm saying. So this is the Inglewood area. Kind of cool. Lots of density within the houses. It just goes on and on and on. Kind of crazy. We are going to be making a bit of a left turn as we head towards the downtown of Los Angeles and the Hollywood area, because we want to obviously talk about that section. Now, while it would be cool to bring a big jet in here to whip through this area fast, you just can't appreciate the sights as much as you can in this beautiful red-colored plane that I have kind of been using for my tours. It's just charming, and I definitely enjoy giving it a whirl. So it will take a little bit of time in order to actually get to the downtown area, but I hope you enjoy the sights and the buildings that we get to experience along the way while we are making our way over there. And hopefully I'll be able to talk about some of the buildings that we will encounter on our way down this very long strip of road, seeing that main road over there up ahead being kind of a key, sort of section that leads us into the downtown of Los Angeles. You'll already be starting to see in the distance there the university area, University of Southern California, kind of a big section, and yeah, you'll see that on the left of the major road artery, which is kind of like a highlighted spot, and very neat and very cool indeed. And there's a lot of kind of cool little landmarks along the way as my plane takes a slight dive that was totally calculated in order for us to adjust our elevation. Totally procedure and a classic flying move, 100%. That is true. And it'll take us just a little bit longer to get over there, but we can take a look at the outside, seeing the tons and tons of buildings that are present. If you do see other planes, there's live traffic because the game is now out and other people are flying around, which I think is really, really quite cool. And it should take us not too long to get over to that area, the university, which I believe I end up driving around due to the proximity it has to all of these other locations that I visit when I am actually going to big events that are in the downtown area, such as E3. And, you know, we do conferences and stuff, the Xbox conference, if there's a PlayStation conference. We'll usually check out the different buildings. I've been in, like, the Gallon Center, and this beautiful one, the name kind of escapes me right now. I don't think it's the Globe, but it's got this beautiful, can't even remember the name, Lawrence of Arabia style look to it, which is absolutely just gorgeous. It is such a beautiful, beautiful theater area. Truly charming, and a pleasure to be in there each time that I am able to. And I believe that's close to the section. But yeah, that's the university. It's fairly large, I think. I don't know. In my opinion, it's quite a big spot. A lot going on there. A lot to see. Actually, I think that building might be the one that I'm talking about. It's hard to 100% tell from this vantage point. It is neat to actually see the city from this spot, though all the little details of it are fairly well done. So coming up here, we do have the Las Vegas Convention Center. That's where E3 takes place, and the Staples Center too. So kind of big landmark areas. And I think there's like a Staples under one of the overpasses here, which is kind of funny. I've been there trying to get stuff printed off. But yeah, I've walked those halls many, many, many times, kind of going down that main drive section there. It's kind of just nuts to see it like this, and like some of the buildings along the side are really cool. But yeah, that's the E3 area. Very nice. Shame I did not get to visit it this particular year. And we are crashing. And they usually paint the adjacent buildings. I think that's actually one of the buildings I spend a lot of time in. They do meetings there, which is kind of funny. So you go from E3 over to that building, and then they put on that building. I've been in that hotel too. They usually put on the wall some like big painting, like Doom or something. Usually gets that spot, which is kind of cool. So here's the main downtown. I've walked through it many times for various means. Kind of a really dense area. And you know what? I expected it actually to kind of be bigger, if that makes sense. Like, I know it's all one big, massive, never-ending metropolis, but yeah, I did expect this particular area to have more skyscrapers to it. It's always under construction, though, so there's new stuff popping up. Just an interesting thought. And it's not usually ever this green. I've never seen it this green, so that's worth mentioning, I think. And we're going to be heading over to not that part. Well, we can fly over there, but we're going to be heading over to the Hollywood section, which is more over to the left, but I think we should fly over this spot because it kind of looks important. There's a canal area, so you might have seen that in a number of, you know, movies and everything like that. It's kind of a neat little spot. They usually drain it for movies. I don't know. But we are coming over this lovely area, which is, I believe, Dodgers Stadium and a historic Los Angeles park. That's kind of cool. A little football stadium to the right there too. I don't know if it's an important one, sorry. And we'll continue on. So that's Glendale over there. We're not going to head over to that section. We are going to fly over to the left as we make our way towards Hollywood. And yes, we are definitely going to be seeing the Hollywood sign. I do kind of want to go down the main road here that takes you to that section. But I think we'll fly around the middle of it. I just don't want to miss any of the little like theaters like the TCL and everything like that, because I think they're such neat historic spots that are part of like Hollywood. And I have been in the TCL for like a I don't know what the thing was. There was some kind of party I was invited to, 4DX or something like that. They had, it was when Overwatch was like just really kicking off, and they had tracers that would bring you into the place, and you get to see, you know, all of the handprints and all that, and just the Hollywood, main Hollywood strip area is really kind of cool. I think that's kind of over here to a degree. We don't want to miss the important spots to our right, but we'll definitely fly by over this again and visit a little bit more kind of in depth. We do that, so we're just gonna take a quick cut over to the right here, because that's an important little spot right up ahead. I believe this is one of the more iconic locations right down there, the Griffith Park area, and the observatory, which has been seen in many movies and films and references and so many things. Actually Glendale's a pretty big spot too. All these cities are really large, and apologies for any performance dips at this particular point. Again, it is quite demanding on here. So there it is. Lovely little location. I really would like to go there at some point, but I never have time when I'm working at my E3 trips. They're usually quick, fast, to the point. And there is, if you've been noticing it coming up, that is the Hollywood sign. That's kind of cool. I think it's kind of a neat little spot to fly over and see. Yep, there is the Hollywood sign, which we'll try to get a little bit down closer to so you can see it more in depth. And a super rich neighborhood, I'm guessing. I don't know. It would be cool to see that up closer. I think I've seen it in the distance, but never like too close. I don't think you can really go up there or anything, which would make sense. I think this is also a bit of a well-known area here too that we might be worth flying over just to show it off. Again, there's like a lot to see in Los Angeles, so we're trying to hit the key points. So apologies if we've missed anything truly scarring in that regard. But I think this one is also worth showing off because it's a bit of a special area to a degree. Yeah, I think this is a bit of a Universal section. Is that Waterworld down there? That's kind of a cool area. And now we begin our wraparound using full barrel rolls in order to achieve that. And we're going to head down this main road because that's going to really be our anchor point in showing off some of the key buildings that I wanted to present, because I thought those were important. And then we're going to go head downwards beach-wise, well, towards the beach, and we're going to kind of go on there. And sorry if this is an extended tour. I hope it's somewhat, calming and stuff to watch, not too intensive, just because it is something that is a little bit of a longer tour. So you're seeing these clusters of bigger buildings is kind of making up that key Hollywood section. I don't know how detailed it's going to be, but we're going to be careful kind of getting in here. I hope this is showing it off all right. The kind of some main building spots that I don't think are well presented due to the elevation we're at. So I think we've finally got the right kind of area set up here for some of the more iconic buildings and stuff. Just with Hollywood over there, been having a lot of trouble kind of setting this up well enough to show off some iconic places, and I hope this will kind of give a close enough angle of those particular spots as we fly towards them. Yeah, there's just a lot of density, a lot of stuff going on here that it's kind of hard to really get all the key spots and to not have any problems when you are crashing your plane, which totally did not happen because this is a relaxing tour, an easygoing time, and we are just flying over nice and calmly to try to showcase some of the cooler spots. Which should be right there, because that's got the Dolby Theater and everything. There we go. Nice iconic spots. Dolby Theater and all. And now for our bonus addition to this tour. We went a little bit far away over to Anaheim, and we will be showing the most magical place on Earth. That's right, we're all the way over here at Disneyland. That's right, both sides of it, strangely covered in trees. Makes it a little bit harder to see, but we're going to be kind of going in deep. So that hopefully you can appreciate the scale of the park and all of the key little locations that are present within it. Definitely a lot greener than I thought it would be. Oh, does the castle really? Well, it kind of stands out. Yeah, there's Disneyland. Oh,